Thank you so much. Here we go, baby. And I'll tell you what, Florida might be in trouble. A fan, an Ultra fan, brought me 100% maple syrup.
Oh, boy.
I don't know where this is going to go on my body, but it might be used in a decorative manner later, Joe.
We'll see. Well, maybe you'll take a sip of it. Okay, at some point. And then maybe if they win it, you can do the whole celebration.
Yeah, I don't know if I can dump it all. They got to win the event, right?
Yeah, I think they got to at least win the match.
Okay,
yeah,
well, I'm still going to enjoy a little sippy poo as we get rolling here. But I'm very excited for this one. We're going to see if Ultra can continue on in front of the hometown crowd. It has been so fun to watch them. Cammy seems to be hitting those peaks with the chows. We've been loving what we're seeing out of him. Benjamin Bance stepping up in the limelight. I am really excited for this, but it's like, on the other side of it, it's like Florida is a team that doesn't seemingly, they've been booed before every match. Like, you know, when they played against OpTic,
they're just like, I'm here.
Yeah, it's like they've just been the fun team to hate. Dude, when Dave Patty like tried to get people hype when they were all booed, that was incredible. I loved it.
No, I mean, for Florida, it's, you know, you try to bounce back. Obviously, a very tough match that they had in the winner's bracket versus Seattle. And, you know, a round 5 control maybe goes their way. Maybe it's a bit of a different story. Maybe Seattle is down here. But the fact is you know, you want a little bit more, I think, from Skies and Dave Patty. Awakening's been great. Vivid, you know the pressure that he's going to put on the map, and he's going to need that, because when you talk about pressure, I mean, CleanX and Bance on the other side of it, they're the ones who put a ton of pressure on it, but Awakening has just been a superstar. I know my man Nameless loves watching him. He is just so fun to watch. But you look at these maps, I mean, a lot of these maps for Florida, we have seen in both of their series, but that Bocage hardpoint, it's been just the Toronto special.
Well, you went from like wondering about Tuxton versus OpTic to now saying you start banning that versus Florida with how good they looked on.
No, especially Tuxton hardpoint. They won that against Seattle as well. I mean, that's been one of their good too. So if you can get to that map number 4, who knows what'll happen in the series?
Who knows what's going to happen on Bocage? It's kind of how I feel as well. Hey, you know, when you have a team like a Røkkr or the way like Ultra likes to play it, it feels like it's going to go to the play clock. It's going to be like a 2:30, 2:35 game, and let's see how it ends on that final hard point.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a 1-2 for Florida. They have a ton of reps on it. They played it 11 times. Ultra, they're 67, but it's when they've been winning a little bit more today. Especially, I mean, they had a very strong showing, and right from the get-go, I want to see if Cammy's still hot, because that man earlier was just putting up so many multi-kills in that first minute against Røkkr.
Here we go, let's get into it. Can Ultra continue on? Can Mutineers play spoiler in front of the Toronto crowd? Cammy, yeah, he was on a heater more often than not, but last time we watched him. We'll see what he's going to bring to the table now. Well, one just drops right in front of CleanX. He's looking to start this off with 3 in a row. One on top, one down below, one behind. They're all over the place, but it's Cammy and CleanX cleaning up the crew.
Yeah, I think Cammy gets 3 there, so he's keeping it going. CleanX is flying forward. It's actually 2 for Cammy. There's going to be number 3. As the nade connects, they're trying to flip the spawns, but Florida, they're going to hold for now. As P2 coming up at about 23 seconds. So inside, just getting some good position inside of barn. As Ultra putting pressure on the map, and yeah, with a P1 like this, you can already see 30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, everyone's vying for precision per second. Like, no one's been in the hard point at all. It's a 7-1 scoreline. Is we're getting to wrap up the first hard point. There's no one thinking about time early, but now let's focus on the minimap as we get poised and ready for second. Looking for an opening with CleanX. Going to shut the door is Skies. You've got 2 players deep, and Skies continues to find kills. That'll be 3 straight and almost 5 straight for Awakening, but as a collective, Mutineers pop it off.
Yeah, you had a chance there. I think Bance is working shed side on that first push, but he shoots, and then Skies is able to find that kill with the MP40. CleanX, he just keeps going. He actually finds the kill on the player on the hill. So that's going to mess with this setup now. Maybe an opening is inside, trying to win gunfights lower tank side, but Skies, he's on 4 in a row now. And I mean, this is the talent that you have on Florida. Players like Skies, players like Awakening, they pop off. Anything can happen, but CleanX and Cammy, the duo, once again, able to break on through.
You see that ×3 multi-kill pop up for CleanX. As he makes the plays to get them into the hard point, they all start to push on forward. Just let him soak up the time. It'll be inside. As the rest try to find kills. Inside's POV for a second. Over to Benjamin Bance we go. Can't quite center.
Yeah, and you can see he's had a couple of those deaths right now. 2-6 start for him. Gotta get him going. When he's playing at his best, his team's so difficult to beat, but CleanX much better here in the start than what we saw earlier on this map. 9-5 for him, looking for number 10, but they have pressure to the front of the hill. Now you have Cammy working the backside on the spawn. Oh, wait, what? Dude, looked like Awakening was looking at it, but he snaps. But it's CleanX through, and CleanX is snapping.
11-6 now. As he continues to push the tempo, gets the HP back to full. Where's the next child going to come from? As he is hungry and he is hunting for more. There it is, 3 in a row. Double positive at 12-6. Needs in front of him, not going to matter. Still going to stay up. but he's got one above. Next chow in, that's a nice slide. Yeah, good movement there from Vivid. So tough to deal with.
Yeah, pretty much a tied game right now. Rest of the scrap time, maybe gonna go Ultra's way. Maybe one more push here through the front for Florida. But they're just gonna play around P1 and try to set up for this fourth hill as we head over to Barn. But Bance inside, they're gonna be pushing through Ravine side around that shed. Now can they get in? The first man in, Bance, he's gonna get taken down. That's gonna be 3 dead for Ultra.
Yeah, on the big wrap too. I think it's Vivid that's able to pick that up as well. So they can't get through on either side of it. Skies gets a little bit of information that he's greeted by a frag that nearly takes his legs clean off. But there's a skirmish still around the hard point. Vivid, you thought maybe you had that one, but it's Cammy with the gunny.
But it's Bance with his trap. He gets all 3. Bance off spawn. Those players from Florida, they just get gunned down. And that's what you want to see, but already on the hill is Florida. CleanX continues. He's up to 18. He's got 28 engagements on the map. A big break here, though, for Toronto Ultra as they're able to push on through. They get the spawns now. 20 seconds left in a 20-point lead.
And you wonder, though, for Bance, who had a slow start, is one of those plays, like a triple like that, enough to just kind of rejuvenate you a little bit, get you going in the game?
You know, just your gunny warm, right? A little bit, you know, some easy kills. It's not always that easy, as you can see. Awakening some slide fights like that, not tough to win whatsoever, but they have the lead, and you know, you can obviously see what CleanX is doing. This man just putting on. So he's up to 19, Cammy at 13. On the other side, Dave, you know, he's struggling, but you still have Awakening and Vivid putting up some solid numbers. Yeah, Awakening is not really missing bullets right now. My man is on a heat-seeking missile. When you talk about his bullets, just absolutely unbelievable. It's 4 in a row. Now, can he tack anything else onto it? He's got 2 more in front of him. Does he read it here? The Tanky does. That's number 5. Number 6, looming, little bunny hop. Welcome to the blender. As Awakening is putting them through it. There's the last one, not quite able to do it. The challenge from up top as well, and it's CleanX that ends any chances streaks. And even after all that work from Awakening, Vivid, okay, I was gonna say Ultra had control, but Vivid with 3, maybe that switches things. As Florida able to get on the hill. Yeah, it's like they're just straight blows right now. I mean, it's just somebody coming out with a triple here, triple there. Who's gonna pop off next? Is 20 points separate the teams. And for a moment, at least from Inside's POV, it slows down. We can all take a collective breath. My man's got 17 engagements, and this guy's got 38. I mean, talk about difference in play styles. Inside is 8 and 9. CleanX 24 and 15. As Ultra trying to get aggressive, trying to flip spawns just for P1 and P2. As you can see, Inside, he's able to sneak all the way through towards that back shed. He's just kind of looming, just kind of waiting as his teammates get aggressive. Far inside Vivid, he knows it now, giving the comms to his teammates. Speaking of the comms, let's go to a listening with Toronto Ultra.
We didn't spawn in. Keep back 10 a bit now. Yeah. Heard you. 10 a bit there. Nice, you should for 1 deep. Yeah. 10 trade. Only 1 time. Spawn in stables. Pretty sure spawn in stables.
Gate still.
What's he doing? Might be stable.
Go deep.
Yeah.
Top one. Vivid. 2.
1 deep back. 2. Yeah, top one. Deep back.
They're low gun ready. Low gun tank.
Ready?
Yes, free me.
I brought it up.
Ah, sweet child of mine, Cammy is on one. 5 in a row now, up to 21 and 13, and he is making plays.
It's not only that, it's when he finds those kills. I mean, he gives his team the spawns. Ultra always playing basically 1 hard point ahead. They're pretty much giving up P1. The time just taking down, playing for P2 that time. It pays off, and while that is going on, it's his duo with the MP40 and CleanX putting up 29 kills, but Florida not out of this one yet. All of the individual plays that are going on, and they're only down 22 points.
Yeah, it stays tight. I mean, that's the big thing. As crazy as this has been, we're hyping some of the crazy efforts from Ultra. I mean, a triple or a quad doesn't always lead to much of this. It's a handful of points really based on the spawns in the map, but back to Big Wake we go. As the final 10 seconds go towards Ultra.
And I think when I talked about Dave, he was at 8 or 9 kills. He is still there. 9 and 19 for Dave Patty. I mean, obviously, poke shot, it's not that easy with a main AR. You see Insight's 13 and 13. Let's see if he can turn that around as Ultra gets set up here at P3, but it's gonna be Bance with the opener. He's trying to get up top. Can he find the second one on to Vivid? That is gonna be the question, and he does. And now, here we go. Here comes the Toronto Ultra for the break.
Getting ready with the crossfire. Bance is just trying to stay up as long as he can, but he's not able to chow. He gets wall banged through, so no break yet. Everybody now up off spawn, and they'll take another crack at this. Insight just kind of playing for the pick. Bance just able to get the nade out, and CleanX able to push off that. So nice little teamwork there, and then he flies in for the trade. So far trading effectively, but it stops there because Vivid is able to get 2, so you keep control of the hard point.
Yeah, it's just that MP40, right? Cammy has that. Maybe he wins that fight, but 10-second game now, always close. This dude is just untouchable right now. His team has got, we got to convert this now into some time on this rotation. Nice kills by Bance. They're going to have P4 control. Bance with a nice play there, and he's able to lock them in. So you can already see the first 5 seconds go the way of Ultra. He's still staying alive, being a nuisance to the side of the Mutineers.
Yeah, I mean, it's the change of pace kind of between him and CleanX, right? Like CleanX just holding forward. Bance playing his life a little bit more in situations, but it's being annoying, right? And then peeking again at full health, winning a gunfight like you just saw him do. It's interesting to watch the 2 different playstyles in the SMG role, but the lead sitting around 30, Joe.
Well, I think CleanX is really just holding forward right now because the man is just, so. I mean, he's
the
on a
Nicky
heater.
D classic.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's 35 in 24, and here we go. The first 30 seconds go the way Ultra, probably their biggest lead throughout this map. That rotation from P3 to P4 was just flawless, and it's due to Bance and the plays that he was making in the side. And Cammy able to find 2, looking for a 3rd on the hill.
Well, they get cleared out for a second. Bance up the bat yet again. Tried to get a little free fire in, but not quite able to connect. With the teammate there, starting to get in support, just wanting to contest as long as he can. Now maybe you focus on the next hard point. They start to scatter. You've got a pretty good 4-man split kind of around, just trying to find an opening between the lines of defense. Insight able to peek around, peekaboo as he finds the opening into the point, and just like that, do you have the break because there's still 2 players deep, but it's Awakening making the plays for Florida.
Yeah, I mean, he was just kind of looking around the middle of the map, and he finds a time to get behind enemy lines of Ultra. It's just, it could have gone bad if he doesn't find 2, but of course he does. He's up to 27 kills now, and this is a much needed moment for the Mutineers to get right back into this game. As you talk about a minute 30, P1's coming up, who knows what that time is going to look like after that next hill. So it has been a P4 flawless hold by Ultra, followed up by that from Florida, and that 40-50 point lead, it is gone.
It's an elimination match, the battle for top 4. Who's gonna make it to championship Sunday? Well, Vivid with that, he's just hopping, already pre-aimed on people's foreheads. With the second, simply too much to ask for. Now disguised we go. From the top window, looking for angles over to Dave Patty, who's needed to step it up. He was, what, 9 and 20, somewhere in that realm, now up to 17 and 27. As he starts to get it rolling a bit. That deficit of around 40 now, it's been chipped away, Joe, under 10.
Yeah, under 10, and it's just, again, this is what Ultra's going to do. They're going to play for a hill ahead. They're not going to get a ton of time here at P1. They're going to play for spawns for P2, and that's exactly what's happening. Bance and Cammy, they're locking it down. I mean, yeah, obviously you would love to do both, and they have this spawn control, so that's what they're going to do. But Vivid's going to find a kill, and now off a spawn, you're going to try to slow down here. If you are CleanX, when he gets caught, they're going to fly forward. There's the flip from Bance. Cammy, they spawn out.
Yeah, that is huge, and I think you saw Cammy's frustration. That's a gunfight he thinks he should have won. Just the centering was a little bit off. You lose for 1v1s all over the map, and now you might be in trouble, but you still have the 5-point edge. But who's going to come up with a big break and deliver for Toronto Ultra? Or can Mutineers hold on? So far, it is a Mutineers hold. Skies and Vivid going big, but there's 2 through.
Where the spawn's going to come through. The spawn's going to come through. Inside Bance, they find kills. Look at that. Now Vivid and Dave, they're going to spawn out with 5 seconds left. Ultra, they get P2 control. Can they turn this into a win?
You still have a couple players here from Mutineers. All right, Insight to the dome from the top rope. 3 in a row for him. And through the stun, he'll try to continue on, but over the 210 mark, go Toronto Ultra. They're in the hard point. They're firing on all cylinders, trying to make the home crowd proud as Insight just continues to thread the needle with this auto. Benjamin Bance following it up with win after win.
Yeah, now the pressure is on it, and CleanX is just running forward. 3 in a row for CleanX, 44 and 34. Could he find number 45? Give it to him. Give him 46 as well. Not gonna happen. Insight, it is your turn. 14 points to go. The Ultra boys are frying on the main stage.
10 seconds left to go, and you got a streak there for Insight. A team kill comes in for Mutineers as well. And we're gonna see another hard point. They can't quite close it out here, but where will the streak come into play, or is it even gonna matter as Cammy continues to retain tank control? Now we get to the next hard point, one big crucial break, and that's gonna be all she wrote. Just waiting for the 4th man to spawn, and now we get going. They're grouped up, they're ready to push. Is this gonna be the opening as CleanX and Cammy try to get it done? Can't quite get in yet. But here comes another crack. There's CleanX again. He's up to 47. Insight with 2.
time. But it was that big push. I mean, we thought that Florida did it. They got the flip out at P2, but it's 5 seconds left in the rotation. And just the plays, I think it was Insight and Bance on the flank. They were able to flip them out. And then it was just such a perfect P2 hold. I mean, you're going to see some ridiculous numbers here, as we always do on Bocage, but you know what? You're going to see Vivid's got 41 and 37. CleanX almost has 100 engagements. Like, these guys were just going at it. But I think the key here is we talked about the ARs of Florida needing to step it up, and they did not.
That's what's interesting. When you talk about maps that are maybe better for an SMG or better for an AR, it's like the question of, is it more important that your good SMG player pops off here, or is it more important that someone that's not as comfortable in an AR role has a good map? Like, there's a give and take there for sure.
Oh, I think this is sort of just the the flex role. That number 3, whoever's can kind of switch, like Cammy, he can switch between both and be pretty comfortable. It's sort of the big discussion with this Florida team. I mean, again, at the end of the day, Skies or Dave have a, win a couple more gunfights. Who knows what happens there? Because Vivid and Awakening did pop off. But I mean, this has been their go-to, Ultra. I mean, they've won it now a couple of times. It's always close.
It just seems like, I mean, they're good when they need to just hold forward, right? And find breaks and make it this colossal, just festival of whatever you want to call it on Bocage. Like, it's just this mess. But then when they need to slow it down, when they really need to focus on spawns, the comms are there, the patience is there, they make the plays they need to.
Yeah, I think the key for Ultra and their success on this map is it's all about that sort of P1 to P2 rotation. They did it multiple times on this map. They did it earlier against Røkkr, and their ability to break this setup, because if you're a team needing to respond at P3, that's where you do have to respond. In Ultra, they just do not allow it to come easy.
Well, I think it's just tough on this map in general to get a really good hold.
Yes, it is.
When you have to, when you have to respond to a really strong hold. On other maps, it's like, okay, it's our turn. Let's get set up. Let's hold it. Here, it's like flip a coin. Maybe we're gonna lock it down, but it's just not easy to do. You're gonna have to find 40 straight kills to get it done. But that'll be the map one, 250 to 214. Ultra take it as we get ready for Berlin Search and Destroy. But man, we are having some fun. As crazy as Bocage can be, when it's a close one, it can be an absolute treat and a blast of gas.
What is it not a close one? That's really the question.
It feels that way. That's like when somebody gets blown out there, like when they get beat by like 150, it's like you just got choke slammed.
You get beat by 50.
Yeah.
Not choke slammed.
Yeah, no, it's like a 100-point club at another title, it kind of feels like. But man, we are having a great time. We hope you and the crowd at home are as well. What an event this has been. And we've got what? This match, we've got the match coming up after, and then we've got the crazy championship Sunday to crown another champion. And I guess, part of me, you just want for the hometown crowd, for Toronto maybe to make this run. They still have work to do. Florida, it's awesome seeing them improve after the deep run you saw at Major 2. Like, it's there, but the crowd obviously going to be pulling one way here. See what the Toronto boys are capable.
I think for both of these teams, like, top 6 they'll take, but they would both love a top 4. And, for Ultra, with their winning ways last year, they want to keep pushing that as deep as possible. But I think both of these teams, they know they're in the hunt for the top 8. Every time they win, they're going to be a lot more comfortable for champs.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to become the conversation now. I know we still have a stretch qualifiers and a major, but it's just like, it's money season, right? Like, you see some separation and some changes in who's on top as team changes come through the course of the year, but like now sort of, I don't know, in your career, it's like, it's lock it in time. It's like, figure out what works. So
it's like what Cell talked about on stage in the interview. He's like, you know what, this is the time we feel like we have to be our best. But looking at our top performers for Search and Destroy, well, it's the main ARs. It's gonna be Insight on one side, Skies on the other. And I think I really want to see Skies have a good match here for Florida. Not the best map one. You start off pretty well, but we'll see if you turn around here in S&D.
Yeah, and Insight just since the second he came into the league, I mean, I think it was like, if I remember correctly, he like joined the team and it was like his first raid search, he drops like 18 or something like that.
It was Miami. Remember that?
Was it Miami? Is that what it was? Like, it's like right when he came into the league, you just saw his impact in Search and Destroy nearly instantly, and it's been a pleasure to watch and cast ever since.
Yeah, he knows his role. And I mean, even just in that map one, like just looking at the difference in engagements, he knows where he needs to be. But we saw Florida Mutineers, versus Seattle. Seattle did a really good job adjusting to sort of the aggression and the pace that they play with on this map, right? When we watched them versus OpTic, they were really throwing them off guard, but Seattle Surge, they were able to bounce back. Ultra, I'm sure we're watching that. Their coaching staff giving the tips to the team, letting them know what worked, what won't work, and we'll see if the adjustments will come into play.
We're getting ready to go. Thank you for your patience. Just getting ready to hop into the Search and Destroy. We're going to Berlin, and We'll see if Floor can tie this up, because I mean, Ultra did just do something that they haven't done a ton of this year. You know, just kind of, it was a rough start. I mean, they weren't winning a hard point. They were winning about 1 hard point a month when the league first started. But you know, you start to win those map ones, you start to get the 2-0 edge, and it's just like needing to put away teams. And I love what we saw from them in their last series. Just the grit, the composure to close it out and get it done. They got a taste of that.
I said, screw it, we can't win the hard point, let's play Bocage and let's just shoot our guns, man. Yeah. Why not? But there you can see Cammy. My man has been a beast today, 1.37 in that map number 1. But here we go, game 2 underway, Florida starting on offense.
It looks like they're gonna start to work this towards B, but this is when all these nades come in, and like who's able to actually connect. Sliding across the bomb, he is able to get there.
They're gonna be slow on this rotation. It's gonna be a 4 versus 4 retake. These are not easy whatsoever. You see all of the players besides Vivid kind of getting to this setup now. And really the question is, how much time can Vivid waste? And he's gonna find the first blood. Almost finds the second on the Bance, but into a 3-on-3 with 30 seconds left. Skies able to take down Insight.
Yeah, Insight trying to do the long wrap, and then Skies takes a second with him. Some big gunfight wins, and yeah, Bance now with 20 seconds left. Not a whole lot he can do, but remember, this is one where Mutineers, if you did your homework, I think it's where they really kind of favor A. So they go with the opening B hit. Maybe not ready to deal with it if you're Ultra, but it's a quick plant, and the rest is history.
Well, it's just that cross from Vivid. I do not think that they thought, I mean, he was going to get that bomb down that fast. You still had multiple players over towards the A site. It's a far rotation in a 4v4. There's so much to clear. Bance was able to find 3 kills, so we'll keep an eye on that. But it is never easy to retake B when the plant goes down for free.
It just, not only are the gunfights hard and the number of spots you have to clear, but it's just how little time you have to do it. You know, you had twice the time. Sure, I mean, you might see a lot more retakes in that situation, but you just have to find the kills. You have to find the kills in a hurry. But as you mentioned, Bance does start out 3-0, so we'll keep an eye on that if it changes into anything. CleanX has worked his way all the way up towards A, and he's kind of on an island right now, at least. He is in enemy lines.
Yeah, this is just kind of an info play here from Ultra. You have one player inside of Mail, that's Cammy. CleanX is over towards A. It's kind of a 2-2 split here from the Mutineers. Just an info unit. Vivid is just lurking. He is lurking, but Insight watching over his teammates. That is beautiful out of Ultra. As they find both of those kills at A and then just slowing it down, just making them have to rotate, find extra picks, not letting anything crazy happen. As soon as Sky shoots, yep, Cammy's gonna take you down.
So pretty dominant rounds on offense, at least so far for both teams, unless Dave could do something magical, but it's not gonna happen. It's a clean sweep, shuts them down. They dominate, but yeah, I mean, that kill to pick up Vivid, if he sneaks through, maybe gets behind both players, something interesting happens there.
Well, and this is what we saw earlier today versus Røkkr, especially on their offenses. It was a different map, it was Tuscan, but it's like when they found the first kill on offense, they slowed it down. They knew where the rotations were gonna come from, what they had to look out for. It's like they didn't allow anything really that bad to happen, and if they did, there was always someone there to trade.
Take a moment, read the map, get the comms up, and just make sure nothing catches you off guard. But Dave just kind of spotting the cross. And Mutineers this time want to work it towards A. And everyone's starting to cheat over a bit for Ultra. We'll see if they can get a plant down for free or if they're able to get lethals in. Not easy.
Well, Bomb, yeah, Bomb has to back on up. That's gonna be Awakening. He's gonna try to reposition. Nades now going in. Bomb being planted. All of Florida is inside here. He had to hop off that bomb for a second. You do have CleanX just kind of lurking, waiting for the flank. Cammy trying to find an angle. He's gonna find one. There's gonna be that first blood. He's ready for the next one. Skies, he gets taken down. CleanX, he was waiting for his teammate. Now the retake is on from Toronto Ultra. I thought he saw him. Just misses Vivid, so still possible. Vivid now gonna have to find all 4 in the round.
Let's see if he can do it. He's got a chance to do it. There's another win! The ace for Vivid looming. 1 versus 1 with Bance, 20 seconds on the clock.
Oh, he's out, he's so fast. Bance is gonna have no idea. Now the clock comes into play. Bance has to go. He's gotta go right now. I don't think he has time for this. He doesn't, oh, he just not able to check it. And Vivid with the ace.
What a round there from Vivid. It feels like after the opening pick from Cammy, because that's what, a 4 versus 2?
Yeah, 4v2.
And then Vivid just starts to take over, instantly responds with 2 of his own, a nasty gunfight win for the 3rd, and then playing the clock in position well for the final kill. Woo! That is brilliance from Vivid.
And he plays the clock. You know, I mean, that's the thing with that bomb site, right? With the outer side of it. I mean, you have the staircases. You know, Bance is like trying to get the trade when he takes down Insight, but he has no idea where he goes. Plays his life so well, finesses the round into a win.
Yeah, that's a painful one if you're Ultra. You're in such a good position, things collapse. Now everybody's looking for angles. Cammy's like, maybe I've got one, and nope, he starts to get smoked the second he goes for the peek.
Yeah, split up here if you're Ultra, right? A 2-2 split on offense, just looking for info. You have CleanX on the bomb, and this is gonna rotate one player, so it's just gonna be Skies over here at B. Thought maybe this was a fake, but it looks like they're gonna try to take this site now. All 3 players are here, but Cammy from the middle of the map is able to take down 1. 2 more to deal with here at B. Right.
Yeah, and you just have Skies so far away. Like, you've got massive numbers here. Yeah, they just take the fight, they get the information, they send it, but don't collapse again. You just saw the wondrous play from Vivid. Now Skies a chance to do it. It'll be a 1 versus 3. He already found the pick. Now can he take out Insight and Bance?
Well, it's just gonna be tough to do. They plan it for the hallway, so he's got a lot of angles. First to clear inside, and then he's gonna realize where bomb is planted. To see, all right, nobody's out here. I know where the gunfights are coming from. Bance gonna be the first man up.
Yeah, like 20 seconds have already ripped off this. Okay, he gets some tags in real quick. Bance is just laying down. Please come help me. He's gonna send it through, but the help is there. And you love that. Bance just lies down, makes sure the trade will get there in time. Don't allow an awkward timing where he's able to get both kills. And it got there just in the nick of time. Insight coming in to be the hero.
Yeah, I don't even know if he would have had time to like turn around and go for that defuse if he finds both. Just not a lot of time left on the clock, but.
Well, how much? Yeah, I mean, there's like 15 seconds somewhere in there, maybe? Yeah, that would have been tough. That would have been tough. Well, Bance made sure he had to march the whole way down the hallway. That's why I like it. Just go pro. No need to chow.
Yeah, balance from Toronto. We saw that again on Tuscan. Was like ranging from 7 to 9 kills, all 4 players. Mutineers still in this game, tied 2-2. Attacking towards A. Vivid's gonna find the opener. And Awakening looking for his first kill of the map. His Insight just getting out with his life.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna take that fight for a second. He just backs out of it. And CleanX just gonna get pinched from top and bottom. There's nowhere to go in that stairwell. 2v2, 50 seconds to go. I think Bance's spot, yeah, exactly. It's like right after he gets that angle, he's already gotten through, but look how split up Mutineers is right now.
The timings are going back and forth. I'm like, all right, Dave's gonna flank them, but now Insight was able to spot him, so they know he's working towards their defensive spawn. Just both of these players are so split up. Ultra, they're gonna play with one another, try to get those trades. Basically give up the site for now. They think they're gonna wrap it towards B, but it's actually gonna be an A bomb plant.
So through all of that now, both parties grouped up. Insight currently on 3 in a row. And then Bance will work the retake as they both back it up to fire. Ooh. And look at this angle. Insight with the beams. Bance to follow it up. Up to 6 and 2, and the fuse coming through.
Yeah, I mean, Dave there, he just cannot get picked. You're playing the info. Obviously, it's an insane angle by Insight. But it's what we saw in the previous round from Bance, right? Just proning, wasting time. He's just checking the bomb. Cannot get picked. As soon as he does, Awakening's like, oh crap, I gotta go. He's gotta go. He tries to find a timing, but Bance locking down the middle of the map.
I mean, they've done a good job bringing it back since that 4v2 round you throw away. I mean, I don't know, I guess that's the composure you expect from a team like this that's been together as long as they have. Don't let it phase them at all, but you take a 3-2 lead.
Awakening still looking for his first.
This is similar to the opening offense we saw from them.
Yeah, they're playing pretty slow, like not 4-man hitting one bomb site, playing pretty spread out. You're getting Cammy into top 3. That seems to be his spot. Looking for picks in the middle of the map, and then it's just sort of what does CleanX see at A? And so far, they've been working towards his bomb site. So it looks like it's going to be a hit through Secret. They're going to have to deal with Awakening. He's going to be the first person in the defensive spawn. I don't know if he's going to be ready for this. They just split the defense. They split it, and there's the first kill. The first kill for CleanX.
Yeah.
Vivid though, lurking inside of A.
Through Secret all the way up through Fire. But did they spot Vivid? I mean, he is just tucked away, doing secretary work behind the desk, and now he's going to pop up. Now, how long can Vivid stay up? He's played spoiler before.
Yep, this is his bomb site.
But you've got numbers now if you're Ultra. You've got bigger numbers now. Vivid, he's going to be sniffed out. That's 5 in a row for Insight currently. DavePatty, last guy up, but he does find a pick.
Oh, he's going to try to take this one-on-one. He's going to try to take this. Okay, so Dave just actually gets on through towards Fire. I don't know if Bance is going to be ready for this. He's not. He's turning around. Dave's going to find Bance. So into the one-on-one we go. I don't know where bomb is planted from.
And this is big for a couple of reasons. One, the round, but also Insight's on that streak.
He should have him.
Clutch and get the round.
So bomb's actually planted for the defensive side. Thank you, observers. But he sees a cross and Insight with another one. He's up to 7-2. These have been some weird rounds.
Yeah, no.
These sort of these 2v2 situations.
That's what, that's 6 in a row, I believe, for Insight.
Yep.
And I mean, you might be fortunate to have it as close as it is if you're Mutineers, because it's still a goose egg right now for Awakening. Just cannot find any rhyme or rhythm.
He has 98 damage in the map.
Which just means, I mean, he's just getting,
You're done.
trying to hit a gap, just getting beamed. He's just not finding any
Sprinting.
gunfights.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much caught sprinting. He's not even putting damage in gunfights.
We know what a prolific search player he can be. Let's see if he can pick it up. Bance, nice shots on the one, but Dave there with the trade, those shots. I mean, when you're shooting straight down like that from top, it is not the easiest thing, and Cammy just puts a little damage in, then falls. But we'll see if Insight's able to pick up his 7th. Won this 2 versus 3. So do you just play around the kill? I mean, you obviously love the round win, but you have a round to give if you need to, and you can get the streak. Just how important is it to you here on Berlin?
You know, Awakening, he's just not seeing anything. So they don't know if they're in the offensive spawn or on the flank, and they're actually working the flank. This might work out well for CleanX, depending on the timing. He's gonna find that kill. The problem is the bomb is not planted for Awakening. It's for the other side, so he's gotta get over here. Sky's and Awakening trying to lock this down. Insight just worried about a pinch through the middle of the map. The nades are coming in, but it's through the outer sight. And now Insight, yeah, he's just kind of playing around his life now, looking for number 7.
I think you got to. There's under 20 seconds to go.
Well, he better get it.
Can he just get a kill? I don't know if they're going to give him a chance to.
I'm nervous.
I mean, everyone just kind of stops me. They got to know the type of streak he's on. They got to know what's going on. Oh my, okay, God. Whew. I wasn't all that nervous, and then I was very nervous. I thought he was going to get cut down at the tail end of it, but he stays up. Mutineers get the round. Insight will continue to work on those streaks, but what, you get a much-needed kill? Oh, I thought Awakening got one of those. Okay, sorry, he put in 50 damage, though. He got some bullets into people.
Well, I think when you look at that round, when you talk about that first blood, I mean, they kind of read that, right? The push through B, through Male. But it was a nice recovery from the Mutineers. They're able to take down Cammy, who's all the way up top Fire, and then in the 3-on-2. Yeah, Insight's just thinking streak. Close.
Yeah, he got some solid damage in there. Nice shot from Cammy to get the first blood.
This has been his area.
CleanX, well, all right, come flying through the door. I'm here to greet you. We'll see you later, Skies. 9 HP for DavePatty as he is just scrambling away with his life. But the chase is going to come in, and he gets back to full health, and he guns him down to 9 again, but then the kills come through. Was Insight any of those? He was. I believe he got his 7th.
No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Okay, I lied.
I'll be honest, I didn't see it on the kill feed. I just looked over to our data view. It ended so quick, but yeah, he will get the streak. And you get your 5th round. One more round and a glide bomb to work with.
Yeah, just on offense, very spread out from Ultra, but they're ready for the aggression. Vivid, trying to find that one-on-one versus CleanX, but CleanX was able to win it, and then from there, Ultra know exactly what they want to do, but here's the glide bomb. If they want to use it here in this round, all aggression out towards A from Florida. They know a streak is in, and they're running into it, right into the blender.
Yeah, I mean, the streak is Insight himself, as he just torches him with 3, baby, let him know.
0-8.
With 172 damage, so he didn't really play.
Honestly, he could have got up there, yeah.
Oh my God, but yeah, we're all thinking about the glide. It's just the auto from inside. That's the final dagger through. Just chopping them down. 2-0 edge now from Ultra. A map away from top 4 in a rowdy crowd on a championship Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, again, balanced effort, everybody contributing. I like seeing Bance. We saw it on Tuscan as well, using the auto a little bit more in a lot of those situations. Saw it here on Berlin. He's got 7. Cammy's got 7. CleanX 11-2. And yeah, 0-8 from Awakening.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously didn't watch his POV the entire time, but it's just one of those, I'm sure it happens, where it just feels like this snowball. Like you have a bad death or two early, you're getting frustrated, maybe you try to change things, it's just you can't find openings, timings aren't going your way, and Insight's bashing you in the forehead with his auto.
That would hurt.
Sure would, Joe. It sure would.
All right, but up 2-0. We talked about it earlier, right? Just not allowing that team to find anything. Try to put them away right here, get to that championship Sunday. We'll see if Ultra could do it.
Yeah, I think Mutineers is a team you worry about it too, because they can be streaky at times. Like they can get very hot, the guns get hot, you start to get a little worrisome. So yeah, kind of same thing we were talking about versus Røkkr. Like just go in here if you're Ultra, in front of the hometown crowd, get them loud, try to close this out in the control and don't let it go any deeper. But so far, the maple syrup seems to be doing its job, Joe. What am I going to do, take a little sip of this later?
I guess. I don't know. I heard if they win this match, Marky B's going to buy the entire arena around it.
All right, Marky. I love that. But 2-0 Ultra, a map away from continuing on to Sunday. The fans are hyped up. Insight's on his feet, letting him know he is beaming, not missing, feeling himself as the fist bumps around. The Toronto fans are losing their minds. One more map to continue this loser's run. Do not go anywhere.
Call of Duty League is brought to you by Game Fuel. Victory in a can. Upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Here we go, back at it. 2-0 edge now for Toronto Ultra. And Joe, the question is, can they close it out here and continue this loser's run into who knows what sort of special thing tomorrow?
Yeah, who knows, right? That's really the question. Well, we have Tuskens, I believe, to close out all three. And, you know, this is a map where Florida have looked good. So, you know, Awakening obviously has a very tough map, number 2, 0-8. But he has been lights out on this map.
For some reason, I had a feeling this event was going to end with FaZe and Ultra. I don't know why.
That was your pick?
Yeah, you just, like, they just have so much, like, history. We saw them battle so much over the course of Cold War and even, at the tail end of MW. Like, just really, it's been a little while since we've had those heads collide. Like, I'd love it. That'd be a lot of fun.
I'm down for it.
I don't know
Sounds
if we're
great.
there, but we'll see.
Sounds awesome.
They still got work to do, though. They got to close it out on the controller. We'll see if Mutineers can come up with some life. And you got to bounce back because no one's really been, like, popping off. Awakening, you know, he has the tough 0-8. He's got to brush that off his shoulders and bring it here in the map 3. And it's not easy to do when it's a map like that. She's like, I just feel uninvolved, I'm sure. Like, how do you keep your gun hot when you didn't look like you was having many gunfights?
Well, I mean, you'd imagine it was pretty odd after a Paulehx, right? It's got to be. That's that map you're twisted on. But yeah, you got to forget about it. You got to forget about it. This team has to just dial it in. And I mean, the entire squad, as we saw in the Search and Destroy, everyone bringing it on the Toronto Ultra side is this man, the main AR, Insight 39 and 25 throughout this series. 1.56, not easy to do. Can the ARs and the Mutineers step it on up, or is it end here?
Yeah, what a map that was from Insight. But our Awakening, okay, all right, open the window, there's the kills. That didn't take long. And TJHaly will follow it up, starting to make some progress up towards A. That'll be Skies that's on the point. But for now, they're worried about the pressure over towards the B side. You have one playing back Church, one is pushed up. Ooh, they're able to pick that up as well, but TJHaly, nice little 3-0 start.
CleanX, though, with this done, will find him. Yeah, Ultra, they're just kind of playing around B now, right? They're just going to give this up, play around their strong B defense. You do have Vivid lurking around. Awakening as well. Just not a lot of map control for Ultra. Very spread out. Is this Mutineers team? But CleanX is so fast in situations like that.
It's like you don't even get a shot off. He's just through.
Yeah, he got a couple, but like I don't even know what you're supposed to do with that. Here comes a push though from Skies and Awakening through the backside. Is the other two going to try to push through P5? Time this up. Vivid down low. Dave up top. Cammy's able to deal with one. Almost snaps onto the second.
Awakening's grenade that kind of opened things up to allow the push. You get the information here for your CleanX and you get it done with the auto. You still have one player up on either side of this point. Now it's just going to be on TJHaly as the rest scrambling back to the point. And he's not in the best position to play his life. He's kind of committed in the position he is in. And who is that? Insight, of course it is. It's his first kill, but he has pushed up and staggered this all the way top side of the map towards A.
Well, Skies, he's going to get cut down, and now some map to work with. You can see Insight working on through. He's going to find that kill as he takes down Vivid. Cammy with another one. Over by well in P5. They're not making this easy for the Mutineers.
I mean, look where Insight is. He's just funneling them. They know right where they're coming from. Just how far he's pushed up into you on the other side of the map.
Yeah, but it's like you can leave him, right? And that's going to be the play call. They're going to leave him behind.
But then when does he pinch? Here it comes.
Now here comes a pinch. The rest of the push, though, coming on through. What is the timing like? Bance might just shut it down himself before that happens. And then Inside, there it is. CleanX off spot. He thought about it. He didn't think about it. He stopped. He stopped. He keeps going. Yeah, but he finds a live one.
He's not stopping in game. He's still moving and grooving. 3 in a row before he drops. I mean, Insight's been doing laps, bro. He hasn't died in a while. Like, he started towards the B spawn. He's gone all the way around. He's just continuing to hump, but it's CleanX that continues to be an absolute terror with the SMG in his hand. And we now have 30 seconds to go. 6 lives for the Mutineers to try and muster up some magic.
Dude, this guy's got 18 engagements, and I mean, the rest of his team has, I mean, Insight has 6, right? I mean, it's just very similar to Paulehx, the pace that he plays in. But 15 seconds out for the Mutineers, 5 lives. It's going to be the last push. They have to start winning some gunfights, some clean gunfights, and that's not very clean.
At least it wasn't Skies again. At least it wasn't Skies.
Yeah.
You know, make it somebody else this time around.
Insight has yet to die from that spree, so he's going to have 5. He might carry that into the next round. Yeah, he will.
That started like a solid 2 minutes ago.
He's just rotating, he's doing laps, dude.
He just like layered the map, just basically kept inching his win a gunfight, inch forward a bit, win a gunfight, and then when it came time to pinch, he did. Shot one of the back, and then he's just been hanging out. Yeah, it had to be a solid 2 minutes, something in that ballpark. Like, unbelievable.
Yeah, no, since the B point pop.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on 5. We'll see if he can find a streak. I mean, they can be key on this map.
Yeah, I mean, it could come up clutch in so many different scenarios. But can he close it out and get the streaks? Because the lethals are going to be the big thing, and he does take one nade to the face, but Nady gets what he actually is able to eat 2 and stay up. Just not all that close, so he survives the damage.
They're thinking about B. Inside does get taken down, so he dies to Dave. But they rotated over. They're finding kills right now, trying to make this messy. As Florida off its spawn, you'd have to deal with this, but yeah, trying to deal with this, man. They finally take him down.
Yeah, gunfight's not a fun one. A little heat check, but that is a tough one. They try to get back over towards A, but Dave Patty is set up and just beaming. He lines them both up with the auto, shuts that down, and now you start to trap him in. You've only got 50 seconds left, lives even, not a big deal, but you're gonna have to get out of this because they've got you pinned down. Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, they get out of it. They don't even need the nades. I was gonna say, obviously you have the nades off of spawn. They can time that up, find an opening. We already have Bance inside of church, so he's in a good position moving forward. It's the same thing. They're gonna get off of this and try to transition this over towards B, but now Cammy has to slow it down, play his life, find as many kills as possible. Slide, trying to look twisted, and he does, but Awakening finds him.
Yeah, he may be dizzy a little bit there, I'll be honest with you. He was just spinning in circles like a little ballerina. Look at leaking all the way around the back, just going for this long flank. That's Dave Patty. Just trying to push up, maybe get angles through the back. He's able to do it. It's Cammy is going to shut it down. They're all going to have to turn to try to deal with this. They're able to finish A, but it feels like they are trapped in for a second, just trying to get out of this. I think it's Bance that gets away with his life. What, 90 seconds to go? 2 extra lives for Mutineers.
Yeah, but I mean, when you play it that messy the way Ultra does, yeah, the lives do come into play, even defensively, right? Florida have to play this a little bit differently, knowing they only have 14 lives remaining. Here comes the first push. 1 minute and 10 left. Well, the nades are gonna connect. That's gonna be the opener now. We're gonna try to take this radio position. Flood down church alleyway, but Skies with a big 2 kills to shut that down, but here jumps Cammy.
He should get shot at back at the moment here, and that will be the case. Insight kind of on an island. He will get down. Everybody back to spawn now, and the gap widens a bit from a live standpoint. You start to push up the map a bit if you are Mutineers. Awakening is trying to wait and hold as the pressure starts to come forward. It's a 4 streak now for Vivid, so we'll keep an eye on that as we continue deeper into this game. Vivid up to 5. You get 2 kills if you're Ultra, but they're not really all that close to the objective. Still so much work to do, and Sky staggering it once again.
Yeah, you have to slow down here if you're Ultra. That to be a nice first pick. I mean, it's a 4 versus 7, so not a ton of lives for Florida as well, but you have to be perfect if you're Ultra. They had a dagger round earlier today on attack, in control. Can they find another one? Dave just able to stay alive, but there's only 3. There's only 3.
The nade hits. Oh my God,
one. But it's gonna be so tough. The 2 respawns are gonna come in.
Yeah.
Vivid from the top rope, inside, trying to do what he can. They just needed a few more lives. A nice defensive response out of Florida.
That was a heck of a nade from inside, though, to pick up Dave in the back, but yeah, a little bit more time, a few more lives, maybe you make something heroic happen. It's not gonna get done. Mutineers, they get the round on the board, tie us up at 1-1. And we'll see if it's a similar defense from Ultra, where they're sort of like, take A, we're gonna hold for 2.5.
Well, that's what we saw earlier.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the map, it seems to be the game plan.
A little bit of a different setup, but Awakening's gonna find that first pick from top rope. And he's down to take those gunfights. Any day of the week, Vivid through the middle. But CleanX and Cammy make sure there's nothing, no funny business, so they cannot transition over to B. Bance is staying alive towards B5 side, so some progress being done at A, but Ultra going for the retake. That's gonna be 3 dead. Skies now the last one, but he's getting flanked, I thought. But he does. CleanX is gonna take him down, and now a trap is set up here. As you have Bance all the way pushed up roof side, but Dave off spawn, able to spot it.
Yeah, this time a little bit different. You throw something here if you're Ultra, but it's Ultra that are in control of this series. They're up 2-0. Mutineers It's all the blood, the grit, the tears, putting everything on the line to bring this back. Let's go to a listen with Florida Mutineers.
They're gonna hit out P5. Right?
I'm leaving him.
I need radio. Let's wait for a third.
I need a radio.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm one shot though.
I don't see anything close.
I need him radio. Chop.
Yo, boom.
Radio dead.
I'm with you.
Take your head. Yes, good spot. Yes, good control.
I'm on the radio. I'm one touch.
Caesar, you know my bow?
That's one deep.
You know my bow, Caesar?
Yeah, I got it. They didn't go my line.
And radio steps,
Two,
yep.
CleanX.
Yeah.
They could go well. They can go well to pitch mid.
Yeah, they did. That's good call.
I saw there. No one there.
Bance,
Bance.
yeah.
He taught me between Bance P5.
I got it.
Bance P5.
Yeah, that's our two. There's two there. Keep five.
I'm in church. They're gonna flip
Go
theirs.
around. Go around together.
I have to push
If you
out.
die, pick up. Go P5.
They're single around. They're single.
They haven't pushed over now?
They're stacking P5.
I saw them in alley. Okay. Yo, we have nades.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
They're
we're
low
back.
well. They could be pinching
No,
good.
fuck that.
No, I'm gonna need the back.
Inside at the
We're
door.
going to CDL together.
Inside at the door.
Yeah, look.
I need the back. I'm going to Charlie then.
Nothing radio steps. You're behind me. I'm one shot. And one turn.
Yeah, inside door.
Top out. There's two left shots.
Well, you hear the comment. I think some great stuff out of Skies, but all four getting it wiped there. As soon as we come out of it, it's Cammy and Inside chopping them to pieces minutes ago.
And obviously they find all those kills, but Bance was lurking in the middle of the map, and he was able to come behind them church side. He puts bullets into multiple players' CDL. That allows them to just find all 4 kills. So nice information from Bance as he was just lurking on through, playing that sort of roaming slayer. As Cammy, he's up to 21 now. He finds another 2-piece. Defenses have been so good for both of these teams, and it is not slowing down.
Woo. Speaking of not slowing down, it's CleanX. He's just winning fight after fight, then holding forward, now trying to get a little electric with the movement. And as he goes top well, he takes 1 down before he finally drops. Down to 30 seconds we go. Big wake with 2. That's going to be 3 down, and maybe a chance for an opening here to push through with a player spawning church side, trying to interrupt the flow. They line up for Insight though, when he gets a double as they try to get through. Then Cammy backs it up, back to spawn. All the Mutineers go with just over 10 to play.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have time to get close. I mean, Vivid's gonna be the only player, but they're just not making it messy right now. The defensive teams are finding all the kills. I mean, that was just back-to-back wipes from Ultra. Now put themselves 1 round away from being top 4.
Yeah, it felt like almost how they played the first round defense, and just kind of like, okay, take A, go ahead, we're good. Like, they weren't even ready for like the pressure they brought the second time. Like, they just swept them off the point. It's early in the round, but it's just a change of pace, a change of strategy. You like to see it out of Ultra, is they keep you guessing. Can they close it out now offensively? 1 more round to move on.
Nothing crazy off the break. Just over towards A. Just waiting for Florida maybe to try to retake this. Maybe behind that kill. We're going to try to do something. This guy's just a little aggressive. But Inside and CleanX locked down the middle of the map. There's 1 more player in Patty who's trying to alert on through, and he does find 1, but the trades go the way of Ultra as Bance finds 2, and now CleanX is thinking I can get into a forward position. Him and Bance fly together. They control church now, but they're going to have kind of the same thing. It's going to come down to a very long behold.
They nearly did it with 3 people up last time. Can they find an effort early on? But there'll be the cap. Even in lives, 210 to work with. Might need to reset for a second. They've got 3 dead. Really, it's just Insight kind of deep on the Mutineer side of it, but he's going to get caught lurking. That's Awakening with the pickup and the read. And then 2 people on ahead, he just sliding out. That's not going to be an easy fight. But who's that all the way behind? That's Skies. That's like I said, he's way behind Insight. That might be another one where he's just getting shot in the back, trying to get into a good position.
I mean, with him in that spot, they know where this push is coming from. An Awakening, he is just roaming around, dealing with the players pushing through. Vivid had a great map 1. He's bringing it here in map 3 as he is matching CleanX, and that is not easy to do. 2 of the fastest players in the CDL, 29 and 27 from him. Finally, some radio control for Toronto Ultra, but they still had to deal with Skies across the map.
Yeah, you were 23-23 in lives after the point. Okay, they brought it back a bit here, but it got up to as much as 5, which is a great sequence for Mutineers slaying around the map. Just playing a little TDM, but out Bance with those 2. Okay. Finally, here is a chance. You get an opening, and it gets shut down very quickly. The nade from Skies, the bullets from Awakening. 2 now to come off spawn. It's just It's like, can Cammy stay up? You haven't had like a good four-man effort from either team really onto the objective. It's just been a mess.
Yeah, it's just the defense is doing such a good job around this area, controlling P5, but also radio. And if there's one or two players left, they're taking the fight to them, not allowing the players off spawn to group up. But here we go, another chance, another two-piece. Bance and CleanX, three go down, three go over. All four dead now. A chance for
Stack the point, stack the point.
one tick coming in. Another name for Bance, the flame from Awakening. What does that do?
2 ticks in, almost. There's a bit of a contest of the point, just trying to pick it up. Did the second point get done? I don't think it did. The second bit did not get done. No respawns remaining.
4 versus 6 though. Still doable. Cammy somehow gets 2. Cammy, it's 3.
What in the world?
It's an S&D round. It's a 4 versus 4.
Oh my God, it all comes down to this. 15 seconds to go.
What did he just do?
I have no idea. King Cammy, the beast, makes the play and gives them a chance to win it here. The opening pick gonna be so crucial, and then how do the trades go down? It's CleanX, it's able to pick up 1. Vivid going massive, 2 versus 2. They're pushing the back line onto the point, 1.7 to stop it.
All down to Vivid.
It's just Vivid to do it. Second bit done. They find the kill, and Toronto Ultra win.
Back-to-back 3-0s for the Ultra side as they fly in the championship Sunday. Top 4.
I gotta see
team.
I gotta see Cammy's play back.
I don't know what he just did.
I'm thinking like, they're in trouble now. They're reset. The line's not going their way. And then Cammy just pops off with 3.
Well, and those 3 kills, it's what we just talked about. They just could not get a 4-man push.
Yeah.
I think inside's like, bro, what the hell?
I don't know. I need to see it again because like I just saw it on the kill feed. Like I'm thinking that one's probably done. Then Cammy does the unthinkable. And then it comes down to this insane like S&D round, as you said, with so little time to work with. But I think it was CleanX with the first, and they just followed up behind that. Just unreal scenes here in Toronto. 32 and 26 out of Cammy. Him and Bance putting up big damage.
I mean, again, balanced effort from this Ultra side for Florida. Yeah, I mean, Vivid, 33 and 31, but you didn't get the skies throughout the series you wanted. You didn't get the Awakening in the game 2 or the game 3. The crowd fired up. They're just happy. This team continues on in the tournament.
Bance is having fun. They're riling up the crowd. Look at Insight. They've got to be loving this, man. Just unbelievable. His first major in Toronto has just been absolutely sensational. As we'll watch some of the highlights, I'm curious to see if we'll see the Cammy moment make it into this. Is it just, it came out of nowhere for me. I was like, okay, all right, 3 dead.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, dominant defenses from both of these teams, securing this P5 area right outside of radio, not allowing anyone on offense to get comfortable, to even get pressure onto B. I mean, there was the one-time Ultra with like the 3v6 they got onto it. Florida hardly touched it. I mean, it was just insanity, but it comes down to that round. The 4 versus 4. Well, it was a 7v4, and then Cammy's like, all right, I'm gonna make it a 4v4. Somehow finds 3 kills.
What in the world? Like, I'm not even thinking, they're like regrouping in my head, right? Like looking for the next
Well,
point.
I was thinking about like, all right, are they tied in ticks? You know, like, is it gonna come down to the kills?
I was totally, like, my brain was just the next round. Like, round 5, like, who's gonna be on defense? Where are we sitting with that? We're getting closer to it. I'm just wondering if we're gonna
right before this. I don't think we saw it.
Oh, yeah, right. We just missed it. But yeah, because we didn't really see much. I just see it kind of pop in the kill feed. That was absolute and utter insanity here in the venue. Toronto, back-to-back 3-0s on the day. You love to see that out of the boys in the crowd. It is just passion and fire and despair on the other side.
I mean, I guess for Florida, it's a top 6, right? You know, you earn some CDL points and some big upsets, but obviously, again, it's a question of they beat OpTic, but they got to move it forward. There's a lot more to a tournament than just one match. You know, they have another major to do it. We'll see what'll happen with the Mutineers. We know it's kind of the ceiling, but we also know the floor, and they have to even that out.
Woo, this has been a lot of fun. Oh my God, I'm sweating because I'm up here just like, I'm fist bumping the air.
I think you're gonna
like,
take a sip of syrup now, right?
Oh, do I need to? Okay, all right, I can.
Okay, here we go.
Can I open, am I strong enough to open this?
Yeah.
You can open it for me? I'm not strong enough.
You
serious?
I need you.
Well, we got to take this
You're
off.
my work husband.
We got to take this off.
Oh,
Okay,
that
hold
helped. Now can I do it?
Yeah, probably. Go, come on.
I can't do it, dude. Twisted bar. I need to chug the syrup.
Is this guy serious right now?
Oh, you're very strong. Did you get it?
Not the headset, please. Yeah! Woo! Oh, God, what are you doing? Oh, my gosh, that was way too much.
We've got insight on stage. That's delicious.
Okay. Take it away, Bryce, please.
All right, well, I'm on the stage here for a very, very enthusiastic Toronto Ultra. Joining me, of course, is going to be Insight. Huge 3-0 to kick this one off. And obviously, you are looking sharp today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, you know, when we're playing here, the crowd, it's amazing. We're injecting every play we make, and wow, what a feeling right now.
Oh, yeah, it's certainly very loud for you, but we'll get to just how great this crowd is in a minute, because they have some questions for you.
Yeah.
First of all, obviously, coming into this tournament, you guys have looked better, but there was an awful lot of criticism towards your respawns coming into this, including yourself. How have you and the team worked on that to get to this point?
Well, you know, obviously I was getting criticized a lot. But, you know, you can't let that things get you. You know, we've been working hard as a team behind closed doors, and it's been showing in our gameplay, and especially mine as well. I'm feeling great right now, and I'm just looking forward to the next game.
I think everybody is. Let's talk about a little bit about this crowd here. Obviously, being your home crowd, you get the walkouts through the tunnel of bodies. You're leading the charge most of the time. How is that feeling walking up to the main stage?
I swear to God, it's a feeling you can't explain, you know. Just walking up there, everyone's high-fiving you, you're getting hyped. I just want to load in. As soon as I sit down, I just want to load in.
That's awesome. So in preparation for this major, obviously it was a little bit more important to your team than some others. Not only do you want the points going into champs, but you do have an awful lot of fans here as well. Was there anything specific your team really focused on the run-up?
Honestly, like, obviously we're a great S&D team, so we didn't have to worry about that. It's honestly just making sure, like, we were just doing the fundamentals right in respawn, because we always had close games, and came down to the wire and we were losing a lot of small situations, but we're working on that and we're looking great.
Awesome. Certainly are looking great. One last question that I have to ask. Why are you so good at S&D?
What's that?
Why are you so good at S&D?
I think it's our teamwork and just micro adjustments in game. It's just so, like, it's just top notch, flawless. The boys are amazing, and we'll just keep it rolling.
I feel like I have to give this last one.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to the lunatics in purple?
I mean, we love you guys. We can hear you up here, and keep supporting us, and we'll keep doing our best for you guys. We fucking love you.
All right, thank you very much, brother. We'll send this one back to the desk. Veli, over to you.
What is that? Is that the maple syrup anthem? What's going on right
Canada.
now?
I don't know.
There we go. Hey, shout to Maven as well. That man is a lunatic.
That was disgusting.
Whose man is that right now?
I don't blame him.
But yo, shout out to Toronto Ultra getting a big dub, knocking Florida out of the event. And yo, shout out to Insight. The moment Insight came in after Scrappy subbed in for him for that one play day, he's been a man on a mission.
He's been absolutely taking over games, man. And the search and destroy game plan they had, I mean, they were taking mid-map, watching the cross. We saw them go through secret door, take the steps, go through fire, and just pick apart their opponents. Like, Insight gets the streak, and the just easy call. You've seen him in the camera. He just looks at his team. He goes, yo, they're all going to rush through A. Like, they're not going to go B right now. I have a glide bomb. And what happens? Doesn't even have to use it. Just slays them out from the bomb site. Nope. This is a well-oiled machine that we just saw.
In Toronto, they did a fantastic job because Demon Joe tried to make an appearance to search and destroy, and Ali, they sprinkled some holy water on the board.
Yeah, no, it definitely got shut down very quickly, and I think we saw Toronto Ultra that we have been waiting to see. I feel like the teamwork was always there when it came to this squad, but it was the talent that we were waiting to see pop off in the likes of Bance was finding 3 pieces, Cammy was finding 3 pieces, Insight was finding 3 pieces, CleanX was finding 3 pieces. Like, every single time they were in a tough situation, it was one player just absolutely going rogue and popping off to save them from that situation. Yep. And I feel like we are slowly about to see the peak form of Toronto Ultra.
Hey, there we go. You know what? That's that European esports teamwork we're talking about right there. But we also have a Scump play of the game where Insight broke P2, and the team just took the final hill.
I think this was a tough one to watch as well because a couple players just get absolutely gunned along the way. But, I mean, this is sort of like the theme for these guys. They love the spawns on P2. They love the gunny, but it's one of those times where they're actually able to get set up insecure. And I mean, hey, it's a play like that that just straight up wins you the game.
We've seen this so many times, Chance, and I've seen you like raging throughout this map and how much Toronto Ultra prioritized the spawns on P2. It sometimes cost them time on P1, but right here, I mean, they just had some lockdown setups. And in this one, we actually saw Florida almost set up a nice pinch, but aBeZy gets absolutely smoked by Insight in the back there. And you know, aBeZy just had a rough one in this one altogether, but really Mutineers, just no teamwork throughout this entire series, especially in the respawns. Like, their pushes were just lackluster.
Hey, shout out to Toronto moving forward.
And what's terrifying about the fight, especially a player like Insight, is it's not only the kills, right? It's the route and decision making that he does in game to get those kills that makes this squad so terrifying.
Take a look at the tweets right now. If you want to join the discussion, use that hashtag CDL 2022. But the world and the league are currently on notice. Toronto Ultra said OpTic who FaZe what? Listen, this is our event and it's our house. But looking forward, Florida Mutineers, top 5 and 6 finish. Nameless, what's next for them?
You know, they just got to work with their teamwork, man. They rely too much on individual plays. Awakening and Skies, when they pop off, they win games. So when they go back, they really have to slow it down at times, right? Like, and figure out how to make team pushes, because it clearly was not happening this series.
Right, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket as well to see how things have flourished here. Toronto Ultra Elimination Round 4. They're just waiting, sitting pretty. One more game into the finals, right? I mean, Elimination Finals. But on top, FaZe and Surge. I can't wait.
Dude, that's going to be a fire matchup because, like, I know FaZe has started to steamroll a couple teams. They're getting a couple 3-0s, but at the same time,
they're getting hot.
Consistently, for years now, with whatever roster, have always matched up incredibly well. So that might have a Game 5 written all over it.
Right, Ali, any last words you got to say about this series right here?
Just listen to the singing. That's all I listen to the singing of the Toronto Ultra crowd.
It's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Toronto Ultra moves on. But guess what? We have yet another game. LA Thieves, they got a tough road ahead of them, and hopefully they can avoid this spanking unlike last time. They went down to the losers bracket versus the Atlanta FaZe, and now they're going to have to face OpTic Texas. If they want their tournament lives to be extended, it's all up to them at this point. There's no more excuses. We don't even want to hear it. LA, we know what you're made of. The question is, do you even believe in it? We'll catch you guys on the other side of this break to check out the final game. We'll see you soon.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Mountain Dew. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Zenny. Armor your eyes with Block's gaming glasses starting at $24 by visiting zenny.com/CDL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ultra's house. We're here in the Madden Me Athletic Center, and Toronto just showed us a spectacle on that main stage, sitting in Florida home, baby. But for this last series right here, it's going to be a banger. We have the Los Angeles Thieves and also OpTic Texas. We're here on the desk. We have a guest. My man, Murk. We got Ali. We got Nameless. You already know the deal, right? But, Murk, what's going with your co-caster, man?
Oh, he's bugging.
This guy, he is just a child.
Where did you guys get maple syrup?
There was a fan in the stands, thank you, by the way. But, I mean, this guy cannot open.
Just went to waste.
He is just not an adult. He is a 6'4", 37-year-old toddler.
Wait, Production, do we even have a clip of that? If you do, throw it up right there.
Oh, my God, seeing it again.
We gotta live through this again.
He can even take the plastic off.
By the way, this entire thing is gone. He literally, it's all gone.
Stop.
It is all done.
I don't want to.
Guys, listen.
Oh
my God.
He was waterfalling that. It is empty.
This isn't the first time. This is actually more humane than the last time we seen him with maple syrup. He poured it all over his head.
I thought he was going to do that. I got so stressed out for you in the splash
I love it. Great times here in Toronto. But by the way, let's talk about the match at hand, right? OpTic Texas. Woo! They're going to have an interesting game ahead of them, right? They're facing off against the LA Thieves, and leading the way is going to be the leader of this roster. Nameless, you and I have personal discussions about Scump, and this man is on a mission.
He's been taken over in Search and Destroy. I mean, they've had two pretty easy games in their last two where they dominated 3-0 in both of those series, and they just played the LA Thieves last weekend and absolutely smoked them 3-0, and they have two of the same maps, Berlin for games 2 and 3. Shotzzy literally had like a 1.6 in this series. He was super frying, but for the game field keys to victory, Ali, what does OpTic Texas have
Well,
to do?
MVT Dashy, I know we're going to hear the Bruce chants from the crowd at 1.31 KD during Major 3 so far. That is first overall and feeling good in the swing game 3. OpTic is 7-2 on Berlin Control. Thieves 4-4. Again, last time they played OpTic, it was also on a Berlin Control. OpTic 3-0'd the LA Thieves. So just keep doing what you're doing. A repeat performance on Berlin Hardpoint. Beat Thieves 250-135 on Berlin last week. Again, guys, it is Berlin heading into this series of maps that they are comfortable on.
And taking a look at those points right there, Mark, I have to ask you, man, if I'm an LA Thieves fan, I'm really hoping that we take that first hard point, because S&D in Control looks chalk.
Oh, no, for sure. And I think if you are a Thieves fan, one of the big things here, obviously with the schedule, it's OpTic hasn't played today. Now, LA Thieves, well, I guess they really didn't play today either. But, I mean, listen, it's like the first match of the day for both of these guys. So, I mean, they have to come out guns hot. If you are the LA Thieves, try to take advantage of the fact that you at least have a match under your belt. And for OpTic, try to match that pace right away.
I love it.
And we got to remember, like, this is one of those make it or break it series for the LA Thieves. Like, if they don't find some success here, if they come out and get 3-0'd, they will have to make a roster change. So these guys are fighting for their spot on this team at this point.
And they're going against the top 2 teams in the CDL by everyone's standards at this point in time. But speaking about the LA Thieves, Ali, it's been disappointing, but I'm hoping for a change. Kenny and the boys have to step it up now.
It's been ever since that role changed, right? Ever since that unfortunate loss, like, I feel like we've had these lights where Draza have just been looking disgusting. We've seen a whole new Sam, I feel like, in this Major 3. Envoy, he's been a little bit hot and cold. It's the SMGs, right? Kenny's been a little hot and cold. They need to find some consistency, but even then, I don't know if this team is going to work out in the long run, Vel.
All right, and when it comes to the game field keys to victory, I mean, LA Thieves, they need everything, but Nameless, what are these 3 right here?
Turn your monitor on, get your gunny back. They were getting ran over by Atlanta FaZe. They had a .69 KD. I don't know if they just weren't fully awake yet, if the warm-ups weren't there, or if they just lost full on map 1, but they have to bounce back here, and they need to execute breaks on Gavutu hardpoint. They literally were on rotation. They were first in break percentage on Gavutu, outscored 120-10 versus FaZe when losing rotation, and then also improve your defense on Berlin Search and Destroy. OpTic is first in offensive win rate on Berlin. We've seen plenty of OpTic Berlin gameplay. Review that VOD and come strong in this one. They just played them on that map. Adjust your play style.
I mean, how do you even bounce back against a beating like FaZe for that? I mean, 3 of your players in 3 rounds were getting 1 kill. That's unacceptable. Merc, You're LA Thieves. Which player do you really want to step up in this series?
Ooh, I mean, listen, I think it's going to take all four, but if there's one
agree.
guy I'm looking at, I think Drazah. It feels like when Drazah is finding success, he makes such a big impact for this team. He plays with a lot of fire, right? You see him trash talking on the stage. So for me, I'm going to go Drazah. I mean, everyone is going to need to contribute. You're going to need to see a much better Kenny and Envoy as an SMG duo, but it feels like Drazah is their firecracker. When he's hot, it feels like they're tough to beat.
Ali, I see that smile. You and I both, we know we want to see Kenny pop off. We hope Kenny pops off, right, for the sake of LAT. But Nameless, it's time for pick'ems. Are you rocking with OpTic? Are you rocking with the Red Squad?
I'm going with OpTic Texas. I think they take this one in a 3-0 fashion. I mean, what we saw at LA Thieves earlier was absolutely terrible, and we know what OpTic is capable of. I think Shotzzy comes out in this series and has his way with the LA Thieves.
And speaking of Shotzzy, Ali, last time Shotzzy played against this roster right here, he went on a historic tear. That streak was incredible.
On map 1, he had a 2.47 against the LA Thieves. Following map 2, he was 12-6 on the Berlin S&D. So again, seeing those maps in the series once again, I'm going to have to fall in favor of the OpTic Texas. I was almost going to go rogue a little bit and be like, I mean, LA Thieves have a chance.
You were going to go rogue in this?
Simply for the storyline that Envoy, you know, the Prince and the King, you know, that's kind of a battle, and I feel like Envoy's certainly going to have himself a series, but after that map set, I got to go OpTic Texas.
All right, Mark, say it with your chest, man. What are your honest thoughts about this series right here?
I mean, how do you pick LA Thieves after that showing, right? It's like it wasn't even a competition. Again, the only thing I will say is, you know, maybe OpTic come out cold, but I doubt it, right? I mean, I think Rambo's going to get them fired out. I got to go OpTic.
Yeah, Rambo's never going to have them fired up, but I hope JCap and crew, shout out to Shane as well. I hope they really studied and prepped for this. I'm going to have to rock with OpTic. I mean, how can you really...
I mean, all the prep you do, you still got to shoot back. Right?
I know.
That's a tough
exactly.
part.
But you know what makes it so frustrating, though? When Major 1 came around, I thought they were going to be in the finals. They were actually one of my picks to win the entire event. FaZe beat them, and LA has never looked the same. But now, this is it. Back-to-back against the top two.
Yeah,
Nameless.
I mean, they've had some, you know, a rough couple of months. I mean, at the Pro-Am, they looked decent. I mean, we've seen Octane take over a couple games, but since the role change, they have not found any sort of consistency. In their first match versus the Minnesota Røkkr, I mean, I really liked how they played Search and Destroy. Like, that play style can work against some of the better Search and Destroy teams we have in the game. Like, if they come out here, they play passive, they pull out those automatons and just use what works for them, they could find success in that game mode. And the problem is, like, they're not an elite Search and Destroy team. I don't think we'll ever see LA Thieves consistently winning 2 S&Ds in a series, and their hardpoint is so 50-50. So in this matchup, it's just a tough draw for the LA Thieves.
And speaking of a tough draw, we actually have the maps on graphic. Let's put it up on the screen. Ali, talking about digging a grave for yourself. We're kicking things off on Gavutu.
Now, Val, this is one of my favorite things, personally, to break down when it comes to Call of Duty is the maps and modes, right? And I feel like the first map that you put your team on is going to be like the confidence map, right? So you always want to put in something that's going to boost your team's confidence going into the rest of the series. Gavutu, for me, for LA Thieves, is not it. They just lost to Atlanta Thieves 250-138 on this map. I understand that in the beginning, their stats were incredible, and it was Don't Chalice on Gavutu, and they just couldn't be defeated. They went 10-0 on this map and mode, but following that, it's been a decline, right? And I just don't feel like putting yourself in that situation once again against one of the top teams in OpTic Texas, who are also fairly comfortable on this map. I mean, you're looking at Dashy, the #1 AR in this game, staring at you on the other side. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah, I think maybe the one bright spot here for Thieves is we've talked about their sub-duo struggles. You're playing a lot of maps with a lot of ARs, right? Especially the hard points. We saw Kenny played pretty well on that Gavutu, but I mean, maybe that's something you can take from it. Even Berlin.
Even Berlin was Kenny's map.
If we can get there, right? They've been known to pull out P4, and P5. It's just, can they get to that back half? And I mean, Bocage S&D, that's been like Thieves' go-to for a very long time. So just, can they get there, though?
Hopefully they can't get there. Now, as we head into this matchup right now, we have to call it out. We got to give my man some props. Prolute, man, he's working it right now with OpTic Texas and Nameless. I mean, we got to say, as an M, he's getting such good experience, man. Playing with the best of the best on that main stage.
I mean, you know, we gave him a lot after that first series because he was so confident when he was talking online in his post-match interviews. But what we saw was the first match land jitters, right? And then they go into the next day. They clearly prepared better, and he had a good performance, right? Like, he fit the team. He was role-playing for the squad. He did good in the search and destroys, and that's what you need out of a player like Prolute, right? Now this is a big test. He's going up against some superstar talent on the other side of that stage. LA Thieves might not have been able to put it together team-wise, but they have some great talented players who can take over games. So if Prolute can just be that role player for the team, allow players like Scump and Shotzzy to do their thing on the map, they will continue to find success. Should be a good win for them now.
Right, now let's also talk about challengers, because that's happening as well, and there is a stream for you to check it out. It's like college football, man. Just the passion is there, Ali.
Absolutely. I've gotten the chance to look over the Passion Pit a little bit in between matches, and it is grueling, I tell you what. But, you know, with the Toronto Academy NA, last I checked, was going against Doug's team, the unofficial Boston Breach Academy. I don't know how that ended up going. I'm sure it's the graphic on our screen right now, but a team that's actually been doing incredibly well is the Iron Blood Gaming Squad. I believe they are still in winners currently, with huge dubs over teams like with the former pro players like Brack, you know, like rolling through here. There's Rex. Like, there's former pros in here, but also players on the rise.
Speaking of former pros, Clay just got eliminated.
By who?
Wait.
Do we know
production,
by who?
Production by who? I just heard in my ear. It's going to come in a second. Wait. Are we able?
That's tough.
Right, that is really tough. God RX's team. That's insane. Wow. Exactly. But ladies and gentlemen, check this out. We have the final series of the day starting right now. Let's go ahead and make some noise, baby. We got OpTic Texas and the LA Thieves. Take it away.
For the rugged. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and eggs. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the.
Obtain.
That's what we wanted. That's what I'm talking about. He don't miss. All record deals. Tell him talk to Colin for the quote. All record, off record eyes. Still want to act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable.
Dashy coming through with the pistol. That's going to be nearly the first. Pulls off the pistol and gets it done after a
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the last game of the day here on the main stage at Toronto. Saturday has been glorious, but of course Championship Sunday awaits. And two more teams looking to throw down. You can call this one the Battle of the Barbecue, because Texas are known for it. An hour ago, LA got smoked. But it's okay. It's okay. Because redemption can be earned and reputation can be rebuilt. Some would say brick by brick. Welcome to the stage first. It's OpTic Texas! Scump, Shotzzy, Dashy, and Prolute.
Scump is gonna be my main point of focus, but I just gotta say one thing. That man Dashy is a bad man. Check this out. He's gonna put up MVP performance numbers on your head in front of his own mama. He would embarrass you in front of his family. But Scump is just built different. He's a legend in the team and one of the longest lasting ones. The game IQ is on another level. And Bryce, OpTic, they're looking at that finals, baby. Bring it up, bring out the other teams.
All right, it is. OpTic is sat. It's time for their opponents. Can they do the business here on main stage? Let's find out. Please welcome the LA Thieves! Octane, Draza, Kenny, on it.
You can tell they've been smacked around so much, they are tired of it. The stop has to start now, and it's going to be against the likes of OpTic Texas. This is not only redemption, but revenge as well for the squad. And I'm looking at the turret, the human turret, Sam LaRue, Octane here on this Berg mat in Gabutu to get it started.
There wasn't no smile on Kenny's face down there, Bryce, and I'm hoping that that translates to something special. Let's get this game going, baby.
Yes, let's get this game going indeed, Philly. It is in fact time. One more chance to get top 4 in this tournament at the Major. Let's get the action over to Studdy and Lando.
Thank you so much, Bryce. Yes, it is our final match of the day. One more spot is left in Championship Sunday. Is it going to be OpTic Texas or will it be the LA Thieves, Jay? It felt like we were here like 30 minutes ago where the LA Thieves were getting smoked.
Yep, we were here like 45 minutes ago and LA Thieves basically did not turn their monitors on. No one was shooting back. Outslayed by 46 kills in that series. Overall, Team KD at .69. They just got to forget about that one, man. They need to answer into this series early, and it has to start with map 1.
It absolutely has to, man. And obviously, considering on the other side, as Merc pointed out, right, OpTic Texas, it's their very first series of the day. But so far throughout the elimination bracket, after the loss versus Florida, they have been on a roll, dominating teams in Search and Destroy, getting 3-0 victories. But talk to me, buddy. How important is this game 1 specifically for the team who just got stopped?
LA Thieves, they need to come out and be super aggressive and set the tone right off the rip of this series. On this Gabutu hardpoint, we saw how they struggled massively versus Atlanta FaZe. #1 team when it comes to break percentage. Every single time Atlanta FaZe was set up for a hill, they simply could not touch it. 100-10. And when it comes to the score differential, they were not shooting back. And right here versus OpTic Texas, coming off of 2 great 3-0 victories yesterday. They need to bring it, but here we go, Toronto. Last game of the night. OpTic Texas versus the Thieves. On Gabutu, here we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun one indeed. A rematch from that Major 3 qualifier where it was a 3-0 for OpTic Texas. And right now, at P1 toward the top gun, it is Shotzzy, streaky as ever, starting things off on a lovely little 3 spree. As we said, he has had his fun with the Thieves in the past and starting things off well, Jay.
And with only 20 seconds left, Thieves have to start thinking about that rotation because OpTic are winning a majority of these gunfights. Johnson does find 2 though. So this remaining 15 is gonna go in favor of the Thieves. Now off the rotation, OpTic do flip those spawns. Now have control of backside green. You have one player